Welcome back to the next episode in the All Pro Film Series. Today we have second team All Pro interior D lineman Zach Allen from the Denver Broncos. So once again we are doing it's gonna be a little different. So we done run stuffs for all the guys. Zach Allen has 20, which is I think Cam Hayward had the most at like 10 or something, but yeah. So he has a ridiculous amount so we're not gonna get all through all those. So we're gonna do run stuffs on first down, and then we'll look at his sacks as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First with Seattle or against Seattle, backed up on their own goal line. Zach Allen is 99. Actually, I don't know if they gave him that safety. It was close though. They just ended the play before we could see. So Zach Allen's right here. He is in basically a 4-eye. Alright, so looks like a split zone. He goes against the grain. D lineman can't really do anything about that. Hands off, gets, nice rip to get the hands off in the backfield. And we've seen that a lot with these interior, actually all three so far. We've seen them going against the grain and zone, making plays, and that's something I started to take into account to my coaching with D-line, I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers. Looks like he helps on the cleanup, a run for no gain. All right, so Zach is here on the offense's left side. Kind of in that 4-eye, loose 3, just kind of sitting in the B gap. They got 4 down linemen. All right, so the tackle pulls, guard tries to block down. He holds his gap. He sees the ball, just gets off the block and gets to it. I'll let that play out. Just good awareness, watching the ball. That lineman didn't move his feet at all. Just let him go. All right, good play. Looks like we got the Bucks. We got 5 men on the line of scrimmage. No gain. That was pretty close to the line. All right, let's see. Zach is over here on the right side. Same position. They kind of overload over here. All right, so it looks like we got a outside zone. Oh, I don't know, maybe an inside zone. Their steps are kind of wide. Either way, he ends up one-on-one with the guard. He's bench pressing. He's keeping his gap, doing his job, and then just fights back inside at the last second. Keeping his eyes up to the back, seeing where the back is so he could fight back, fall into it. And again, you had good player or good assignments by other players too. Kind of falls in with them. All right, I love these. These are one of my favorite uniforms, by the way. All right, Raiders. All right, looks like they had a couple issues, and then they end up catching them at the line. So let's see what happened. Zach is on the left side this time. Again, we got a zone. Yeah, looks like an inside zone. Maybe an outside. No, it's an outside zone. All right, so play side. 93 is getting some penetration. Zach is just maintaining his gap. Not letting the guy get his outside shoulder. Keeping his eyes in the backfield. That's standard. That's how you coach it. That's exactly how you coach it. I just came from practice today. We was doing this. So punching that zone. Keeping that arm free in the gap. Keeping the eyes in the backfield just in case. Because if he goes there, okay, we got to fight. But if he cuts back, I got to be ready. And that's exactly what he was. And again, obviously you had pursuit by the rest of the defense. All right, versus the Chargers. Loss of one. Not sure how I feel about these uniforms, but all right. So where's Zach? I believe Zach's right here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Zach's right there. So we get a wide zone. They're going out to the perimeter. They're getting downhill. You see Zach getting penetration. No lateral movement. He's pushing the pocket back, and now he just has to get on his horse. Again, backside pursuit. That means everybody in the play side is filling the gaps, doing their jobs. You can see force outside. Everything's good. And so, yeah, force the cutback, and he just, cleans up using his motor. Okay, Chargers again. All right, so obviously we see that penetration by 96. Gets into the backfield. Causes the running back to have to redirect. Zach Allen cleans up. So base block for Zach. One-on-one. Holding his ground. Not giving up anything. Staying in the gap. Eyes in the backfield. Dobbins tries to go around. I'll let that play. We see Zach Allen. Just hands. I mean, that's the difference between good defensive linemen and average. A lot of guys in this situation right here, they just would have stayed on this block, hopefully tried to get that. You see Allen, once it's time to make a play, hands off. He slaps, clubs it, swims off, detaches from the block, makes a stop. All right, we got the Panthers. So 2 tackles here. Well, he missed 1 tackle, then made up for that. So we got a jet motion. Yeah, I don't know if they did. I'm assuming they did that on purpose, just try to fool the defense. Fake this zone here, kick out the edge, lead this guy. Hopefully he falls down that way. So he's unblocked. Just a heads up play. He slowed him down. The rest of the defense did their job, and he was able to just retrace his steps not retrace his steps, but pursue to the ball. Okay, Panthers again in the red zone. And tossed them around. All right. Oh, no. I forgot how to. Nope, that's not it. I forgot how to go backwards. Okay, let's go to the end zone. All right, so Zach's right here. Let's see what we got. Another zone. He's one-on-one. Again, getting penetration, pushing the line back. I mean, just completely bench presses and gets hands off on that guy. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say about that. Completely whooped him one-on-one. Edge is set, though. I guess the edge is set. Running back tried to cut back and ends up getting taken down. And we see that with all these run stuffs with the interior guys. It's always a zone. The edge is set, and they try to cut back, but the problem is these guys are getting penetration upfield, and so there's no groove for them to cut back to. They're going right into the D lineman. All right, Chiefs. All right, again, somebody makes the initial penetration into the backfield, and then Zach kind of cleans up. So let's see, we got an ace. They zone. He's holding the gap. Fighting. Again, these linemen don't know where he's at. They made the running back redirect. He gets his hands off. I mean, that's easy. At that point, the line doesn't know what the back is. Similar to when quarterbacks get sacked. All right, we got the Colts. He over here on Q Williams or Q Nelson's side. Again, there was a bit of a cleanup there. So I saw Q's gonna pull. So he pulls. We got a down block. Actually, we got 2 pulls. And he just beats the down block, gets upfield. The running back times it up. Everybody does their job. They just jam it up. And really, Zach just jumped on the pile. I'm not sure why they gave him the tackle, but that is what it is. Chargers again. Well, I feel like this is the 3rd time. All right, somebody completely whiffed. All right, Zach Allen's right there. So we got a down block, and this guy's, the center's supposed to kick him out and just does not have the angle. Too good of a first step. Zach is up the field. Looked like they were trying to do a double wham, which is interesting because they leave this guy unblocked as well. But Zach is in the backfield. I'll let that play through. Just a good first step, and he's up the field. That reminds me of some of the coaching philosophy. Stop the run on the way to the pass. So, like, just get penetration upfield, and we'll stop the run as we go. And that's kind of that. He's getting upfield like he's trying to get to the quarterback and just happens to stop the run. Oops, is that it? All right. Let's jump over to the sacks. He's got 6. All right, let's go. We got Steelers first. Justin Fields style play action. All right, coverage sack. They got all day. All right, let's get to the end zone. But that's 100% a coverage sack. All right, so it looks like they were supposed to have some type of stunt because he fights to the outside, but nothing happens. Yeah, the lineman just gave up. No offense to Zach, the lineman just gave up. Easy sack for him. Why? Every time. Okay, Tampa Bay. See, another coverage sack. Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he fell. He touched him down, but we could watch the rush. He's going one-on-one. Well, I mean, he's part of the reason the pressure happens. Yeah, I don't even think they did the stunt correctly because this guy's looping. Zach, I mean, they're both inside. But either way, these two couldn't beat him. I mean, let me... So you see him beat the guard. Give him a little hesitation, inside out. Starts coming upfield. The center helps late. I mean, but he's too far upfield. There's not much they can do. Baker gets away, ends up falling, and Zach just good motor. So, I mean, that's a good rush. Even though it was, just kind of a cleanup sack. All right, against the Raiders. All right, again, a coverage sack. Looked like it was supposed to be a quick throw. Zach is on the right side. All right, so let's see again. Give him an inside out. Guard tries to redirect him to the center. Center's not looking. He just gets knocked over. I'll let that play through one more time. It's a good power rush. I mean, feet towards the quarterback, man. Pure power, strength, good explosion, and feet towards the quarterback. That's all you really need. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. Looks like another coverage sack. All right, Zach's over the center. They got something going on. Yeah, so he loops around. He's going all the way around the edge. Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of time. Obviously, the line did not pick up that stunt well. All right, Cincinnati Bengals. Play action. Again, another coverage sack. I'm surprised they didn't split that. That's kind of weird. All right, let's see what we got. I mean, he's rushing upfield. Good, strong swim. I mean, but 61's up doing a good job and just redirecting and keep working his way to the quarterback. I mean, it's all hustle and motor. I mean, not all. There's good technique too. All right, Bengals again. I'm assuming it's the last one. All right, so you see a bit of a game. He's gonna work his way over. So coming up field and then switching off. I don't know if that was planned or not. So Zach's here. Penetrating upfield, bull rush. Then he kind of almost like a pick play loops around. Closes, gets the sack. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, Zach Allen. There's just way too many run stuffs, but that was Zach Allen. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we will be going to linebackers next. Hope to see you at the next episode.